hi, welcome to the WrightStuff. Today we're tackling another small job. Seems that the switch on this ceiling fan light is stuck in the on position. On. Obviously that's not right. Fortunately, this is a really easy repair and inexpensive as well. I've already picked up my replacement switch from the hardware store. This was about $3. You can find these in the electrical section or over where the lamps and ceiling fans are. There are two types of switches, 2-wire and 3-wire. Most fan lights will use the 2-wire switch. The 3-wire switch is used on lights that use 3-way bulbs. You'll also need a Phillips head screwdriver, possibly a flathead screwdriver, a pair of wire cutters, also a wire stripper will come in handy, and as many as 3 small wire nuts. As always, you want to disconnect the power at the breaker panel. Now that the power is off, we can get started. The first thing you want to do is remove these weighted decorative pulls on the chains. They're pretty, but when they start swinging around, they could easily break these globes. Next, we need to remove the globes and the bulbs and put them someplace safe. To remove the globes, all you have to do is loosen the 3 set screws that are around the base of the globe, attaching it to the fixture. It's a good idea to leave the screws in the holes, otherwise you're just going to drop them and you spend the rest of the day looking for them. Finally, we're ready to actually get inside this light kit. They're going to vary from manufacturer to manufacturer, but most of them are going to be held on with a couple of screws, maybe 3, on the side just like this. Once again, be careful you don't drop the screws. Ah, come on! With the screws removed, you can simply pull the light kit apart like so, exposing the inner workings. Usually, with the globes and the bulbs gone, this part is going to be light enough that it can just sort of hang by the wires. If yours is a little bit heavier, here's a trick you can use. Simply find yourself a piece of wire, coat hanger. This happens to be a little piece of copper wire, I think leftover scrap of ground wire from another electrical project. I'm going to take it and just sort of bend it into a little C shape, like so. Now, we take the hook that we've just made, put one end through the hole at the top, the screw hole at the top, put the other end through the screw hole in the part that dangles. Voila, it supports its own weight. Next, we need to remove the defective switch. The first step is to remove the switch physically from the cover plate. Simply unscrew the outer threaded nut to free the switch. The wire to the switch is connected to the individual bulb sockets by a wire nut, which makes it easy to disconnect. Unfortunately, there's no such connection on the other side, so we'll have to cut the wire and reconnect it with a wire nut. Since the old switch is useless anyway, make your cut close to the switch. That gives you a little more wire to work with. Now, you can unscrew the wire nut from the other lead and remove the old switch. Using your wire strippers, remove about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of insulation from the end of the freshly cut wire. Twist the strands into a neat bundle. Now twist together that wire with one of the wires from the new switch. A wire nut is twisted onto the bundle to secure and protect the connection. The other switch wire is then twisted in with the bundle of wires going to the socket bases, replacing the wire we just removed. Be sure to tidy up any loose strands by twisting them back into the bundle. Finally, we replace the old wire nut for a safe, secure connection. Now we just thread the pull chain through the hole in the cover and secure the switch with the nut. Gather up your wires, replace the cover, and replace the cover screws. Okay, we've got everything put back together now. Cover's back on, the globes and the bulbs are in place, got the decorative chains on, and we've gone downstairs to turn on the power. Check, check, check. Okay, now we just need to find out if our repair worked. Much better. As a general rule, when you're working with electricity, if you don't know what you're doing, find somebody that does know what they're doing to help you out. But minor repairs like this, all it really takes is a little confidence, a little bit of know-how, and you too can have the right stuff. See you next time.